Hey, how everybody doing? I hope everybody doing okay. So I kind of wanted to come on and kind of, excuse me, clear up some things. I'm sorry I haven't been on for a few days, but I have been busy with some other things. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and kind of, I don't know, I want to talk a little bit more about certain things, and what I really want to discuss is the person he was with. I want to go a little bit more into detail about all of that. And yeah, so okay, so here's the thing. Okay, again, she was a mistress to my kids and I. Again, we never knew her, and we don't know her now. Now, the place we lived, you know, again, him and I had been there for almost 6 years, I want to say. And we lived in a apartment complex, kind of like the one we're in right now. And I don't know what her living or circumstances were. Like, in other words, I don't know if she had her own place or if she was living with someone. But anyway, she stayed in the back, somewhere in the back complex. And he would sneak out of our apartment and run back to the back where she would be at to be with her. Now, very early in, I tried to find out where he was going, where he was at, to publicize it, to make it, to make everything clear to everyone, because I didn't want, of course, that to be a secret. The fact, uh, of people having the wrong understanding about anything for whatever reason, and just furthermore, I just didn't want it. I didn't want to accept it anyway. I'm gonna be honest with that. I'm not gonna deny that neither. But mind you, again, at that point, we had other serious issues. We were on the verge of again losing that place, and so now this was something he would do all the time on a regular basis. He would, he would wait till I go to work or wait till I had to go do something, take care of business. And he would run and sneak and be with her in the back, somewhere in the back, wherever she was. And so that became a regular thing on and off. Now, during the time he running back with her, he's lying to her, basically lying to her about a lot of different things, about things he was gonna plans that he was making, things that he never uh, really had the intent to do, to be with her, and also lies about me. He would tell her um, about things, about our relationship, things like that, that was just, a lot of it was wrong. A lot of them were lies, and so they both, you know, wanted to have help to start to spread like wrongful rumors about me, things about, me not being like a responsible adult. And the kind of things where I'm going to kind of talk a little about that at this point. Things that are more like preference, personal preference kind of things. Things that, again, that don't determine someone to be responsible or not. For example, hairstyle, uh, clothes, how people wear clothes, they both would kind of suggest that, um, I was not an adult because I like to wear my hair a certain way or because I like to wear a certain kind of clothes, because of the kind of clothes I was wearing at the time. A lot of it, with that said, again, I'm going to say they weren't things that it was like preference for me. I was in the middle of trying to, or I was at the point I was trying to reestablish myself because again, him and I at that point we kind of went like we were kind of like financially broke, as people say. We really didn't have money, and again, we were on the verge of losing the place. So I was trying to reestablish myself at that point, and that is a lot of why, if not all, why I wore my hair the way that I did, why I wore the clothes that I wore. It was because I didn't have the money for that, because I was too busy saving money and preparing to move on, because again, we were on the verge of getting ready to lose that place. Now, I don't know if she knew, the person he was with, she knew that or not, but he did. So my thing with it is this: if he didn't tell her, I guess she wasn't as exclusive as she thought she was, because he definitely knew that. Him and I had, that was another reason it was kind of quiet, because there was some other like legal stuff going on, in progress. And so maybe, others didn't know that. But again, the truth of the matter is, we were on the verge. We were getting ready to lose that place anyway. By the time he became involved with her, um, it was already in progress, you know. And so they both had asked for help, I guess, from others, to kind of put out wrongful rumors about me. Rumors, again, that kind of, suggest me not being a adult, or a responsible adult. And that's wrong. I want to point that out and make that clear. I am a responsible adult. I was then, and I am now. And so, yeah, they both kind of claimed that, they kind of suggested that, I wasn't responsible because, again, a lot of it, as best as I can explain, is like personal preference kind of things. Things, again, that don't determine someone to be a responsible adult or not, And so, yeah, I just wanted I wanted to point that out a little, you know. Again, things that have to do with just really anything, I'm going to say, as far as how people operate or how people do things, a lot of that is based on how people, it's a variety of things, from how people were taught or raised or according to what their beliefs are. And so that's something I just wanted to point out and make clear. Everyone, have different beliefs. They have different ways of how they do things. They have different meanings for how, just overall, how they do things. And a lot of that, and some of that too, have to do with how a person was raised, what they were taught to believe and to, think of what is considered right or wrong when it comes to things that are like personal preference kind of things, that's how that go. See, so there's no things that, again, where there's no right or wrong. It don't mean it's right or wrong. It's just things that are, again, personal preference type of things. See, and they both kind of claim that, again, that I was not an adult because I had my own way of doing things or had my own preference of doing things, And so I want to point that out and make that clear, that, again, the rumors that they both put out, they are wrong. They were wrong then. They're wrong now. And about me, things overall, So, yeah, I definitely wanted to, that was something I wanted to come on and kind of point out and make clear, Yeah. So I've been looking for work, I went yesterday. I was on the website And I submitted several job applications. Again, I have a work history. I worked several years early in before he was running around with her. And that was a lot of how and why him and we had the lifestyle that we had. It was a lot of that had to do with me working. Now, like I said, he worked too. He worked too, but not as often as I did, you know. So again, he kind of struggled with keeping, a 9 to 5 on a regular basis. He would kind of work on and off, and that was one of the issues in the relationship overall, you know. So I just want to kind of point that out. Yeah, see, we never knew her. My kids and we never knew her, and we don't know her now. She was a mistress the whole time. He would kind of, like I say, he would run out of our apartment, and he would run back in the back with her, and he would sneak to be with her. And he did that for a period of time. Now, early in, like I say, I tried chasing him down and stuff, but he would always outrun me, you know. And so, again, as we are in the process of losing that place, it took a while. I had to stay there. I stayed there on and off. I didn't stay there completely because, again, I knew we were gonna lose it. So I didn't have a need to stay there. See, my kids and we didn't have a need to stay there because I was going to. It was clear that I was going to be moving on and finding somewhere else to stay because of the legal issues of why we lost it. See, and he knew that. And from what I recall, he told me that he was working on himself to go out and to find somewhere else and things like that. He kind of like told me that, it was none of my business as to what he did or how he operated. He basically told me, to just go ahead about my business and do whatever I needed to do whatever I wanted to do. And that's what I did. And so that's been ever since we left that place until now. That's what I've been doing. And that's what I'm doing now. See, so I just want to point that out and kind of make that clear. See, yeah, we don't know her. We never knew her. And we don't want to know her. We look at it like, anybody else would as a, as just overall, we don't want to be involved with anything she do at all, or honestly, just anybody she's involved with. We don't just because him and we were very exclusive. We were a very exclusive couple. It's just because of that. The best way I can explain it to anybody is, if you've been with somebody for a long time, like him and I had been, if you were exclusive to them and they became involved with someone else, that's kind of like a normal thing, I think anyone can imagine, even if they've never personally experienced a breakup like that, where, their partner moved on to be with someone else. Anyone I feel can understand or relate to why my children and we don't want to be involved with her or anyone she's involved with just because, So I just kind of want to point that out and make that clear, Yeah, we don't, I don't want my children and involved with her or anything that she's doing, or anyone that she's involved with, just because, of obvious reasons that should just be really obvious, See, so I just kind of wanted to point that out, make that clear, Now, like I say, we don't know her. We never knew her. We don't know her now. And he hid her the whole time. We were there. He would always run in the back of the complex, and he would sneak to be with her. That was the whole time, from the time up until the time we left that place, And again, we were in and out at that point. To me, it didn't really matter what he was doing with her because, again, we were going to separate anyway. We were going to lose the place. He made it clear he didn't want to help keep the place anymore. He didn't want to. From what I recall, he kind of like told me there was no need for him to want it anymore. See, so that's how I looked at it. It really didn't matter at that point what he was doing with her or whatever the case was, because again, we were definitely gonna lose it anyway. See, so that's how I looked at it, and that's how I look at it now. See, so yeah, I just want to make that clear. See, again, we don't know her. We never knew her, and we don't want to know her now. And my kids and I, we wish them both the best. That go for him too. We wish him the best, and hope things work out for them. But my kids and I are like anybody. We want to move on with our own journeys, and that's what we're working on doing now. Together, with that said, together with us in the same household, the same way we came here, that's how we are gonna stay, and that's how we want to stay in the same household. Now, like I say, my kids, they are young adults now, and I do expect them to do things that young adults do, like in terms of just overall. I do expect them to um, have the same kind of routine that normal young adults of their age do, but for overall purposes, me and my kids are going to stay in the same household together. I'm going to be the head of the household, and they're just going to they're going to help pay like kids their age or young adults their age is supposed to help pay for housing expenses for wherever we're going to be. That includes rent, bills, and whatever else. Um, like I say, with us all three working, a decent 9 to 5, and us equally sharing, divided in three, the rent for wherever we're going to be, bills, and that's plenty of money for us to earn as a family to have to keep any household expenses paid, the bills paid, and for our own personal needs and wants, and that's what we're going to do. See, so my son right now, like I say, he's in the military right now, but he's trying it out right now. And so, like I say, I definitely, I'm going to keep like a 3 bedroom at all times, because again, they are going to be experiencing other career opportunities and things like that. And I definitely want my kids to, no matter what age they are, I want us to, again, like I said in one of the other videos, I want us to always have a primary home of our own. See, so right now, like I say, I'm expecting to it's going to be a process for me to buy a house. My plan is to buy a house. If we're not going back to the house in Hesperia, I definitely want to buy one. But for right now, I would have to, reestablish myself. And for right now, I would have to settle for apartment for a minute. Like I said, I'm looking for work. I've been online right now looking, all day yesterday. I submitted several employment applications. And so my thing to do at this point now is to start working and to rent in another apartment, a 2 bedroom, and do that for maybe about a year or two, maybe 3 at the most, and then at that point, buy a house. So this is my thing to do at this point. I'm working on doing, and that's what my kids and we want. So I just want to make that clear. I've been kind of busy for the past few days, which is why I haven't been on, So I've been like out, looking for work, submitting job applications, going into different establishments, and asking about employment opportunities, So yeah, I kind of been really busy for the past few days doing that. So again, I'm sorry I hadn't been on, but that's why. So that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I hope everyone continue to have a great morning, and a good day. And I'll probably be back on a little later today, if not tomorrow. And that's all for now. So have a good day, everyone. Thanks for everyone's time. And I'll be back shortly with another video. Bye.